The project of the City of Augsburg, Bicycle 2020, is the topic of the hour, and it is obvious why. At least since 2018, it is clear that the formulated goals would not be reached until this year. The pressure on the city administration is high, because sustainability is becoming increasingly important, and the bicycle is the ecological means of transport. This is why the initiative Fahrradstadt was founded, which is committed to taking the project more seriously and not letting it go. All of us here in Augsburg are moved by this topic, regardless of which means of transport we use, because the project is not only changing the bicycle culture, but the entire mobility. I had a very impressive conversation with Stoll, the city's bicycle traffic officer. He told me about the construction of a wide cycle path, which failed only because it disturbed car traffic. So we have to work not only to promote cycling, but also to reduce car traffic. I started my research by collecting a wide range of facts about the importance of cycling and bicycle traffic in Germany, Bavaria, and especially in Augsburg. I found out how a bicycle counting station works, learned a lot about the bicycle demo critical mass, and came across an interesting study by the Technical University of Dresden. This study investigated mobility behavior in different cities and is the main basis for my poster. Since 2013, just a little more people in Augsburg are riding their bikes. Fewer and fewer people in Augsburg use public transport. Fewer and fewer people in Augsburg walk. More and more people in Augsburg drive by car. The study shows the immense need for improvement of the bicycle culture in Augsburg. It is interesting to note the discrepancy with the survey by the ADFC, Allgemeiner Deutscher Fahrradclub, in which the city's bicycle friendliness scored quite well. One could interpret that Augsburg has advertised the project so well that many people have the impression that a lot has happened in recent years. It's time for change, so we need to look behind the scenes of good publicity. We, the citizens, have to work to get the city to invest in cycling. The data of the study by the TU Dresden is important to keep the project awake and to reveal the hard facts. That's why my poster focuses on these facts and relates them to the project Bicycle City 2020. This bike is moving Augsburg. On the bicycle tires, you can see how many kilometers and how many ways people of Augsburg have covered per person, per day, with which means of transport. On the left are the data of 2013 and on the right of 2018. Furthermore, the two lines here demonstrate which two main goals were formulated by the city. On the one hand, to increase bicycle traffic, but on the other hand, not to let public transport suffer with these measures. On the bicycle pole is a timeline showing what the city of Augsburg has already invested in bicycle traffic since 1979. The scale on the left of the bicycle shows how big the change is in the share of cyclists in total traffic from 2013 to 2018. You can see there that Augsburg ranks quite low, which demonstrates again how little has changed. On the bicycle pump, are the demands of the initiative Fahrradstadt jetzt, which is pumping up the project. I made sketches and photographs and then developed a clean Illustrator drawing to make my graphic clear and lively at the same time. The bicycle is the starting point and center, and everything is based on it in terms of content and form. My work combines the subject of the study with the information from my research in order to be able to illustrate it visually and textually. I imagine that my poster can be found in public space, in places where people linger, where it appeals in particular to cyclists, mobility enthusiasts, and the environmentally conscious. Adapted to the format of print media, it is also suitable for printing in newspapers and magazines. The presentation also offers the possibility of translation into another medium, thus reaching even more people. For example, I can make a small animated film out of it, or make the workpiece come alive by setting up a bicycle that is supplemented by the corresponding text. The expressive poster makes it possible to convey essential, politically and socially relevant information in an entertaining way and to give impulses. The hierarchical and compact presentation allows the viewer to decide how much information they would like to receive, thus creating an individual and self-chosen dynamic. So it can address a large public. The work, The Bike is Moving Augsburg, makes the emotionally charged topic of sustainable mobility visually tangible and enriches the discussion with concise facts. So we can succeed in cycling into a future worth living.
Thank you. I'd be interested to learn what the most important discovery was while you were working on that project.
I think for me it was the big discrepancy between my impression how the bicycle friendlessness is in the city and the facts that I found of the TU Dresden, that there was just a little bit of that the bicycle traffic increased just a little bit and the public transport decreased, and that the motorized private transport is so huge. Yes.
It takes a huge share.
Yes, it was shocking for me.
Yeah, I can see that from the graphic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.